Hey guys, today we're going to be restoring this trim on the tailgate of my truck. If you've seen an older truck like this before, you know these letters should be black. I'm assuming they came from the factory black on this one, because on all the other trucks I've seen they were black. So I think it's just kind of faded off over the years. And I think if you look online, a new trim piece from LMC truck is like $200, but you could literally like repaint these letters and spend like $8 on spray paint at Walmart, just your black and clear. They're like $3 or $4 a can of spray paint. And I think it's really gonna look nice when we repaint these black, because we got a lot of black stuff on the truck, a lot of the trim's black. So I think it's gonna look good. And you know, it's not gonna be perfect, it's still faded in some areas, but chances are when you're working on an old truck like this, you just kind of want to spruce it up. Not like gonna go win truck shows or anything. So let's go ahead and take the tailgate off and take it into the shop. Now, I think you just undo these here, and that should give you enough slack to pull the gate off. Work that guy off there. Undo the one on this side. Should just kind of like pull off. Yeah, this is the side with the slack, I think. Okay, it's a little bit. These guys are in the way. Oh yeah, master mechanic. There we go, boys. Just got ourselves a tailgate. And see, this truck is so like old and beat up, no one's gonna, you know, think it looks funny without a tailgate. There we go. So we'll go ahead and sand this up with a little bit of sandpaper, tape it off, and then go ahead and start painting. Okay guys, before we go ahead and start sanding these letters, we're gonna go ahead and just clean it with wet microfiber, some simple grain, and then dry it off. And then we'll be ready to go ahead and sand. And for the letters, I'm just going to be using, let's see, I think this is a 800 grit sandpaper, just, you know, something to kind of scuff these up so the paint can grab onto it. But I'm also going to do this handle. I'm going to hit it with, I think, 180, and then hit it with the 800 just to clean it up a little bit before it gets painted. Okay, as you guys just saw from the time lapse, I tried to clean some of this tarnish up. I got some of it, didn't get all of it. It was just taking too much time, so to get it, I may go back later and use a buffing wheel or something else, or look up different cleaning compounds to get that away. But I was able to get some of it with some chrome polish and some simple grain. So if you didn't have too much of it to do, you could do it with just that. But I guess I'll go ahead and start sanding the letters and sand the tailgate handle. I'm going to be using this 150 grit for the handle, and then going it over with, I think this is 800 grit. And I'm also going to be using the 800 grit for inside the letters here. And then we should be able to tape it off and paint. Now that the tailgate letters have been kind of scuffed up with some light sandpaper and the handle's been smoothed out, it's time to, it's just got some hand oils on it. It's time to go ahead and tape it off and paint. Okay, so you guys can now see it's all taped off. I went ahead and wiped it down one more time to get any oils or any debris off of it. Could come up a little bit. Sorry you didn't get the full time lapse of me taping it off. The GoPro was about to die, so I had to go charge it. But it was super tedious, especially on the curves here. I had to lay pieces of tape over it and cut it out with the razor blade. Okay guys, as you may have seen from the video, we're having a little bit of problems. It's bubbling up. I guess when I went to clean it, there may have been grease on the rag or something. I probably should have just used alcohol. Maybe that simple green wasn't the best stuff to prep it. I thought it would kind of clean any grease on it off, or alcohol or grease or anything like that. So I'm going to let the paint dry for 48 hours. And then hopefully when I go back to put on another coat, it'll kind of fill in these little holes. And then we can go ahead and do the clear coat and it'll look good. Good morning, guys. It has been over 48 hours. So we are finally ready to go ahead and give the letters a good wipe down with some rubbing alcohol. Let that dry and then put on our final coat of paint and then clear. I'm really ready for this to be out of the shop. I've had to wait like 2 days to paint it, so I'm getting ready to get it done. Okay guys, I think I've given the clear coat long enough to dry, and as you can see, it didn't really turn out too perfect. If you've watched or learned anything from watching any of my painting videos, it's that preparation is everything. And so you can see here, it you know, you got a little bit of divots in it and stuff, and it peeled up or something there a little bit, but it's gonna look good enough. It's kind of time. I got other projects I need to work on, so it's kind of time to stop spending time on this one and go ahead and work on some other stuff. But like I said, this isn't a show truck. It's just good enough. It's gonna look good enough when you're going down the road and it being black. If I really wanted like a super awesome, perfect piece of trim, I would just go buy a new one from LMC Truck. But this should be good enough for what we're doing. So let's go ahead and carefully unwrap it and put it on the truck. I'm really excited to see how it turned out. Well guys, we got it back on the truck, and you know, it's definitely not the best thing, but it's not too bad for, you know, spitting. It's something you could do for about $8-10 at home. Not a bad deal. And like I said, if you want a really good, you know, want it to look really good, you're gonna really need to go buy a piece of trim or do a better job than me. As you can see, my lines weren't super straight with the tape, but you know, for a quick little job like this, it's not too bad, and I think it looks good. I like the black lettering versus the chrome, because it goes with all, you know, the black decals and, you know, all the black trim I got on the truck. And, you know, we painted the roof black because it was rusting. So yeah, I think overall it looks good, and, you know, for the amount of money it cost me, well, it was kind of free to me because I already had all the stuff. It's not a bad deal. So if you want to do just a quick little restoration job on your tailgate trim, well, there's how. And just remember, preparation's the key to everything. You don't do good preparation, it's not going to turn out good. So thank y'all guys for watching, and y'all guys have a good day.